Knighthood is about fighting for those who are incapable of fighting for themselves.
They are also expected to be gentle because one day they may find themselves at the mercy of another.
Knights are also said to do great works that impact on humanity. But how far-reaching are these assertions?
So join us in Anambra State to find out the impact of a knight on a community who has actually felt the presence of one amongst them.
This is also an opportunity for you to see the relationship between Christianity and African culture.
Amidst pomp and pageantry, the church, traditional institution and the public have come not to grieve, but to pay glowing tributes to a humanitarian who has impacted his generation. Converging for 5 consecutive days, little children, youths, the middle-aged and even centenarians are all showering encomiums on one man.
Mike Ibuoji to us, we regard him as our leader. So, and he was a father, a leader, a mentor to most of us.
I've said to a couple of people this period that, in Igbo land, a lot of big men have titles. You hear Ochilo Ozuora 1, then Ochilo Ozuora 2, and different people. He was Okpata Ozuora, is. And I've never met Okpata Ozuora 2. Because Okpata Ozuora means he makes money that reaches everybody. Nobody else like him.
Okpata Ozuora is the first person that has a water borehole for Enugu community. He's very generous.
My dad has always been a man of God. He's never missed church for any Sunday, if he can help it. And he's been always very passionate about giving.
God granted Mike his request from beginning to the end. And I thank God for that. And I pray that God will continue to sustain us to be able to carry on the legacy which he has left for us, for me and the children.
these people, late Chief Goge Okpata Ozuora was a quintessential Christian and an amiable philanthropist. His personality embodies a harmonious coexistence between the Christian faith and a rich Igbo culture. He was an Ozampo title holder in Enugu and a Knight of St. Christopher Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion.
Mike, let me say, he belongs to the traditional institution as Ozampo title holder and as a traditional cabinet chief. And the other angle, he was a knight in the church. So there was this perfect blend.
For my father, Christianity and God, Jesus Christ was first and foremost. But he had a strong love for his people, the Enugu people.
Hi, I'm Ushe. You're watching Goge Africa from Enugu.
Author title accorded him reverence as one on the side of truth and justice. In Igbo society, a stranger or convicted criminal is not eligible to hold this title.
But our problem now is who will take over his position. This is one leader who asks you to do something. Naturally, you wouldn't want to do it. But because Mike has said so, nobody says no. Nobody says no to Mike.
He was a human being, but a very unique one. A heart filled with kindness. And as the French proverb has it, goodness is the only business that never fails.
Equally, his life as a soldier of Christ translates that he literally laid down his life in defense of the Christian faith. Christian religious institutions award knighthood to only individuals recognized for their exemplary service to humanity.
Knights are men and even ladies who have helped the church in one way or the other, either financially or with their connections. It may not be finance, but they may have been connected. They may have used their positions to help the church.
The knighthood is a very important organ of the church. The soldiers of the cross, they are there to fight for the cross, to fight for the church, but not the physical fight. It is spiritual. It is expected that by the way they live, they will present Christ.
We all know that to get to the height of being a knight, that's the highest honor that the Anglican Church can give to a member. And it means that you will live to defend the Anglican Church. So we have lost an important and prominent member.
We are here for burial of our late friends, our bosom friends, our pragmatic friend, Mike Goge, who just left us.
Well, he has fought his fights. He has finished the race to now send triumphant above. So he's going to meet the Supreme Commander, where we all hope to be one day, and we wish him safe journey.
So it wasn't uncommon to see the church and traditional institution coming together to pay their last respect to a soldier of Christ and a humanitarian. Chief Goge's commitment to infrastructural development ranges from provision of asphalted roads, portable drinking water, and construction of social and recreational facilities in his community.
They have missed a most benevolent Christian. He built a church single-handedly. He renovated the old church single-handedly. He taught so many people. He trained so many priests, trained so many students in this town.
A father is a father to all. My father is a very, very dear friend. A special father actually brought from God. He's my giant. He's my foundation. He's somebody that basically I live my life for.
He's been very supportive of me in this marriage. He doesn't take sides, you know. He sees things as they are, and he's just. He's very honest.
Right from his youthful age, he had invested his time, he had invested his mega resources in coming up with innovations that would make a bang in society.
He was really vital in all our lives. He was a giving man. He loved each and every one of his children, his grandchildren. He even took us in as his children, as his daughters.
As a devout Christian, his service to mankind attests to his self-financing of St. Monica's church building, contribution to the remodeling of Emmanuel Church in Enugu, as well as numerous donations made to St. Michael's Cathedral, Aba, All Saints Anglican Church, Houston, USA, and St. Albans, Golders Green, London.
Mike helped to train clergymen who will preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm a beneficiary of his scholarship, right? And Mike, by helping to train many clergy, he is helping to produce people who will be evangelizing, going to even unchristian areas, Muslim areas, to preach the gospel for souls to be converted. And therefore, he was indirectly a fighter for Christ.
His love for education is evident in various financial and material donations to schools and establishment of a scholarship scheme that catered to educational needs of indigent students.
Mike Merchandise, Okpata Ozuora, was one of the patrons of Good Child group of schools. We have Good Child nursery, primary and secondary school. The secondary school section just started last September 2015. And Mike, being a philanthropist, he has a house in primary school section. So many students were being sponsored by him. So he was a lover of education.
On a Zoom na school, go to secondary school, go primary dunia, or Skonanga University.
Owing to these achievements, from far and near, the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion have gathered to pay their last respect to Sir Mike Nkwoji, starting with a service of songs. A commendation service at St. Monica's Anglican Church.
Is a unity in Anglican community in Enugu.
And then a requiem at Emmanuel Anglican Church.
So many people that are here today have benefited in one way or another from the blessing and riches, prosperity of Mike.
And from church premises to final place of interment, the Church Council of Knights of Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion bid great farewell to their illustrious member.
Shall we therefore bid him farewell with very hearty cheers as we lift our hearts up and give him 3 hearty cheers. Hip, hip, hip! Hooray! Hip, hip, hip! Hooray! Hip and hip! Hooray! The traditional prime minister of here, no
My landlord,
Side by side with Christian funeral rites, the Enugu traditional institution, led by His Majesty Igwe Saraf Obumneme Ekbe, Eze Enugu na Igwe Umunwe, also accorded his final farewell to their member. Dignitaries were not left out. From across Nigeria and beyond, they all paid tributes in a most befitting manner that suggests the passing away of an achiever. Even as the crowd dispersed, the story would be told that Chief Sir Mike Nkwoji, Okpata Ozuora, left his name in the archives of history, sowing unforgettable seeds on earth.
It's amazing to join me again on Travel Tips. Now, if you want to make that journey all by yourself, here are some tips for you.
On Travel Tips, we bring you tips on solo travel. Traveling alone is an amazing experience, but it can also be demanding. Everything from your itinerary to how much fun you must have is all up to you. Here are some tips in case you want to make that journey alone. Plan of action. Along with securing accommodation, prepare an itinerary for each day before you leave. This plan should include everything from visiting all the famous landmarks to some relaxation time. Make copies of your documents. Make a copy of all essential travel documents such as your passport and health insurance to leave behind with someone you trust in the event of an emergency. Bring a credit card. Along with cash, bring a credit card as an emergency method of payment and make sure to make note of your bank's customer service line in case of loss or theft. Blend with the locals. The impact of an entirely new culture will be underscored while you are on your own. It is strongly encouraged that you connect with this culture and the people who promote it. Take your time. Another benefit of traveling alone is the ability to explore museums and engage in other time-consuming activities at your own leisure. Finally, you can carry a dictionary. If you are heading to a foreign country, Don't leave home without a bilingual dictionary. It is important to learn phrases like thank you, hello, please, and goodbye in case you are in a dilemma.
Aye, 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 aye. Aye, Goge Africa, aye, Goge Africa, aye, Goge Africa. Uza uza wa Goge, uza uza wa Goge, uza uza wa Goge, uza uza wa Goge.
It has been fun hanging out with you. You can watch the same episode again on our YouTube channel.
The YouTube channel gives you opportunity to see other videos of Goge Africa.
And you can also catch up with us on our social media platforms.
So until next time when we come your way again on this same channel,
You stay alive.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.